Lewis Hamilton's contract is nearing its end in 2023, as the British 7-time world champion is still to sign a new contract with the Silver Arrows. His indecisiveness is partly because of the very weak performance with Mercedes this season. However, new issues emerged recently that might finally put the nail in the coffin and make Hamilton move away from the team. What would that mean for the future of the team and for George Russell? And where could Hamilton go? Stick around as we uncover Hamilton's future in Formula One. It will be very good that an upswing happens in Mercedes' current condition, because the recent performance of Hamilton and Russell in Miami certainly suggests a promising turn of events. In the 2023 season, Mercedes has engineered a car with an overly dominant front end, something Hamilton himself has expressed concerns about. He shared that this design makes the car feel unpredictable and extremely sensitive in slow-speed corners. Additionally, he's mentioned that the W14's cockpit feels as though he's seated on the front wheels, making it incredibly difficult for him to gauge when to brake or accelerate. These challenges have fueled media speculation that Hamilton might be growing weary of struggling with Mercedes for a second consecutive season, and could be on the lookout for a seat with another team. When talking about the W14, Hamilton added, "If you look at the past, I've always enjoyed an oversteering car. I don't know if people know, but we sit closer to the front wheels than all the other drivers. Our cockpit is too close to the front. When you're driving, you feel like you're sitting on the front wheels, which is one of the worst feelings to feel when you're driving a car. What that does is it just really changes the attitude of the car and how you perceive its movements. It makes it harder to predict compared to when you're further back, and you'll see inclusive or center. It's just something I really struggle with. This issue is on the agenda for the upcoming season, further indicating Mercedes' confidence that Hamilton will renew his contract and benefit from the revamped cockpit position in the 2024 Challenger. However, the car's performance deficiencies extend beyond this aspect, and one of the primary issues expected to be addressed with the impending upgrades at Imola is the insufficient rear downforce in the overall vehicle performance. Hamilton has requested an upgrade that would offer an advantage of roughly a second per lap. Specifically, he stated that he won't be able to keep pace with Red Bulls from Imola onward unless the upgrade package affords him that degree of speed. While we all understand that this is a plausible objective, it appears to be the only viable counter to the formidable RB19, which ruthlessly outperforms everything in its path without needing the boost from the DRS to overtake leading cars. If the upgrade fails to meet Hamilton's needs, there's a considerable likelihood that he might not extend his commitment to Mercedes in the years to come. His reasoning could lie in the fact that his team has squandered 1.5 years developing a car concept that has ultimately proved a complete flop. As Wolff himself stated, the entire upgrade is not a simple bolt-on solution expected to yield immediate, impressive results. Instead, it's a comprehensive modification that must be carefully implemented and integrated with the rest of the vehicle. For 2 years running, Mercedes has found themselves in a predicament where they had to extract data from the performance of a problematic car. Wolff even went as far as to label the car as the worst piece Mercedes has ever produced. To ponder, could this predicament have been avoided if the team had heeded Hamilton's warnings in 2022 about the impracticality of the no-pod side-pod design? We'll have to wait and see what unfolds from Imola onward. Imola, and especially the three-peat of races coming up, will be very important for Hamilton's future, because the British driver is not going to wait forever for the Mercedes to become competitive again. Even Wolff himself said that it's very weird discussing money with Hamilton, because he feels like he discusses money with a close person. Every 3 years, we know that we have this moment, he said, and it's like negotiating financial terms with your best friend, with a close friend. How do you tackle that? Normally, you don't have such a situation. I want the best for him, but in that role, I need the best for the team. That can be the only time in our 10 or 11 years when we are together and our objectives diverge. At the end of the day, talking about money with your friends is difficult. Penny Thau, Hamilton's manager, helps. Penny has been keeping us in check, and we have found a good modus operandi with her about how we talk. We avoid talking to each other about money, but we both talk to Penny. The contract Hamilton would sign is one that would keep him in Mercedes until the end of the 2025 season, and by the time he will turn 40. He has confirmed that his loyalties remain with the Mercedes team, dismissing any ideas of a departure, words that would come as a comforting guarantee for both fans and his team, demonstrating Hamilton's unwavering dedication to the Silver Arrows. On the other hand, there are many pundits who urge Hamilton to move away from the team and try his luck elsewhere. Eddie Jordan, the former CEO and owner of the Jordan team, stated on the Formula for Success podcast that Hamilton must get out of Mercedes and reinvent himself somewhere else. "My only concern is that Lewis has to find something else in his mojo now, and he needs to get out of there. He needs to move on, just like he did when he was with McLaren. Get out of Mercedes, Lewis. It's time you reinvented yourself somewhere else." Jordan also in a way apologized to Russell and said that he judged him wrong and that he never expected he would be beating Hamilton often. Russell is competitive as much as he can be this year with Mercedes and is considered a future championship material in the Brackley squad. "I got it wrong with George," Jordan conceded. "I saw him in the Williams and I thought, are they really going to sign him? Is that really what's going to happen? He absolutely blew me away. He did. And full marks. Hands up. I got that wrong. I never thought he would do what he's doing, and I never thought that he would be beating Lewis." The team is on the verge of implementing a series of significant changes, including new bodywork, a new floor plan, and a revamped front suspension, all integral parts of an extensive operation. This isn't a mere upgrade. It's a comprehensive makeover that requires meticulous integration with the rest of the vehicle. As Wolf puts it, that's a pretty large operation, a large surgery. They're primed to gain substantial insights in the virtual realm, striving for impressive lap times and improving their aerodynamics. If Mercedes falls short of expectations in Imola, however, I urge their fans not to succumb to disappointment immediately. The team still have valuable time to utilize in the aerodynamic facilities, and the Silver Arrows are keen to build upon their advancements and narrow the gap with Red Bull. As it stands, there doesn't seem to be any other team introducing innovations or designs with the potential to disrupt the supremacy of the RB19, apart from the W14. While they might not hold the position of the second fastest team at the moment, this could shift sooner than we might anticipate. If all goes well, all these factors seem to suggest that Hamilton is likely to extend his contract with Mercedes. There were whispers linking the Silver Arrows with Charles Leclerc, who's reportedly having some friction with Ferrari at the moment. However, these rumors were swiftly quashed by Leclerc himself, with his focus remaining on his current team and Hamilton having his own plans. The ball is in Mercedes' court, as they have the capacity to make this work seamlessly, reinstating Hamilton as the unrivaled leader of the team, or they could face a challenging transition period with Russell stepping up. Considering the outcomes of 2023 in the previous season, this scenario doesn't seem too far-fetched, which is why we must keep a close eye on developments within Mercedes. Should they decide to retain Hamilton for the next 2 seasons, it's safe to say that the competition for the top spot in the team will undoubtedly be a highlight of the forthcoming season. This is especially the case if Mercedes succeeds in constructing a championship-caliber car, a possibility that remains in play for 2023. However, only time will reveal when they'll be ready to contend for the championship from this season's onset. What do you think? Do you think Hamilton will not extend his contract with Mercedes even though the new upgrades might really push the Silver Arrows quite a bit? Let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.